Welcome back to the channel. This segment I might call Letters to the Black Belt Barrister. I'm in my comfy sofa and ready to answer a letter from Susie, which is all I'm going to call you for the sake of anonymity. So Susie sent me a letter that was sent to her from her energy company saying that there's a change in the way that they are providing energy, or green energy, in that they are only going to supply 100% renewable energy to customers that have a smart meter. Now, lots of people have been talking about smart meters, and energy companies have been using lots of different ways to try to push you to have a smart meter. The simple reason is it's easier for them to keep track of how much electricity or gas that you are using. So they are using lots of different methods to push you to use a smart meter. Otherwise, the only alternative is for you to give them the readings and they rely upon you to do so, or they send someone out to read the meter. And Susie had two questions in respect of this. One, is the letter informing me that unless I have a smart meter, they won't supply me with electricity? Or two, if I don't have a smart meter, will they charge me a higher price or some other discouragement? Now, in completely reverse order, I can't say that there won't be some other discouragement, because that's entirely possible. However, the letter does open that these changes do not impact the price you pay for green energy or your supply from us. So in answer to all of the other questions, my reading on this letter, this is not legal advice, but my reading on this letter from this energy company, whom I shall not name, is that these changes do not affect the price that you pay for electricity in any way other than the ordinary way that the prices for electricity might change with that supplier. In other words, they might change in accordance with their other policies or their variable rates and so on. But these particular changes in respect of green energy, as in 100% renewable electricity, my reading of this letter suggests that these changes do not impact the price that you will pay for this electricity. I do think it's a bit of an odd tactic, though, if I'm completely honest about it, to tell somebody that you're not going to get green energy from us unless you have a smart meter. There's obviously some logic behind it. I haven't really looked into that. Maybe there's some people that work within the energy industry that are watching that can enlighten us all as to what that reason might be, other than the obvious knowing how much energy you're using and therefore more predictably providing renewable energy. I'm not really sure. I haven't really looked at it, but my reading on the document, again, not legal advice, my reading on the document is that that does not directly affect the pricing for the electricity, only that it's not going to be 100% renewable unless you have a smart meter, which is important to lots of people. It's important to me. I've spoken a lot about green energy on this channel just recently, and even before looking into solar panels, I tried to make sure that I was with a renewable energy supplier. And I know that lots of people did until some of them went bust. So I hope that was helpful, Susie. I hope it was helpful to anybody else. Drop me a like and a subscribe and a comment below if you found that useful and you like these sessions of Letters to the Black Belt Barrister. Thank you for watching.